Do you know, I was shocked to find out that here and in other countries, it's actually illegal to cure diseases like cancer with natural means. Wow. Hi, I'm Pasha Marina Tarantino with Silverheart Solutions, and I'm here today with a Native American medicine man found standing. How are you doing?
Great, thanks. Thanks for having me here. Appreciate it.
Awesome, awesome. So, what I want to share with you today is some very interesting information that I've learned recently. And also, we have some really, really cool surprises for you a little later on in the interview. But first of all, let's get to know Man Found Standing. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you become a Native American medicine man?
Okay. Well, I grew up in natural medicine and alternative therapies, and in about the year 2000, I started getting involved in the Native American church and natural means of going about healing. I'd already been involved with essential oils and herbs for my whole entire life. And really what came about was in the early 2000s, I was made aware of some laws that basically classified what I was doing as illegal. And because I had some really great expertise in essential oils, they said, hey, we don't know anything about essential oils. Let's adopt you in and you can become a medicine man and you can go out and start teaching and healing.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So tell me a little bit about some of these laws. What is it that what's the background of not actually being able to use natural means to heal or cure? We don't even want to use that word.
Yeah, what if you go and look at big pharma and understand the whole complexities and the whole money, where money goes and everything with it, you can find out some really interesting things. But what it comes down to is there's certain states in the United States that have went really strict with passing laws, like, for example, laws that make doctors, it's actually illegal for them to prescribe natural means to treat their patients until they've tried all the other drug options. And by the time they try all the other drug options, the patient's got 2 weeks left to live because they burned out their liver, things like that. But on federally, in the early 2000s, with some trade agreements, America actually agreed to abide by codex. People are like, stop codex, stop codex. We through our trade agreements, snuck it in through the laws that we will abide by codex. And the way codex is written and how things go, it's very much supports big pharma that classifies anything natural that hasn't been approved by them as illegal. And it's so vague in the terminology and everything that if I was to come over to your house and it's winter, cold, and you go, wow, you look cold, come inside, sit in front of the fireplace and warm yourself up, you've committed 3 felonies now, the way the law read. You diagnosed, wow, you look cold, you prescribed, come inside, sit in front of the fireplace and heat yourself up, and you treated by having me do that. So technically, you could go to jail for the rest of your entire life if they wanted to. And people say, oh, that's never going to happen, that's not going to happen. I know natural healers that have gotten into trouble for doing something as silly as that. I mean, some of them have went to jail just because they were taking money out of the industry's, big pharma's pockets there, assisting people through natural means.
Wow.
And that's kind of really what led me to the medicine man is, look, I'm already knowing about herbs and essential oils, and then they said, hey, we have some greater protection for you. Let's come, as a part of your religion and your practice, medicine and natural healing is a part of your life. Let's go and protect you with it. So.
Wow. All right. So that actually tells us a little background about why we haven't really been seeing a lot of natural ways to prevent or even take care of some illnesses, right? So now what I want to ask you, though, is because I have a lot of friends, and you're in a medicine man, I have a lot of friends who have what they call like overactive immune diseases and things like that. And I wanted to ask you, number one, what does that even mean? Like, how does that happen?
The doctors will go out and prescribe, oh, you have an autoimmune disease, an overactive immune system. What they say is your immune system is so activated that it's overexcited and it starts attacking the body. Which, yeah, that's true, but it's not really what's going on. The immune system is confused. It doesn't understand what it's doing, and it's then going out and attacking the body. I like to use an analogy. Let's say you have a soldier out there and he's fighting the war and he's popping up and shooting the enemy. That's great, that's fine. But now you have the soldier and he jumps up and he starts shooting the enemy and then turns and starts shooting his friends and then turns and starts shooting the enemy and then friends. You don't call that an overactive soldier. He's gone crazy. He's gone crazy. So that's what the immune system really is going on. The immune system is not programmed correctly and it's going crazy. It can't distinguish between friend and foe.
That was a great way to illustrate it. I totally understand that now. Another question. So if we see that there's actually, I've been noticing a lot of people who have been diagnosed with autoimmune disorders and things like that. And I've noticed you talk about, modulating the immune system. Could you tell me a little bit more about that and like how that works with that type of thing?
Yeah. What comes down is because of our modern day lifestyles of pollution in the air and food we eat of toxins and all this, it's really easy for the body to get overwhelmed and start getting confused. Now, a modulated immune system is an immune system that is programmed correctly and is active and going about knowing its job and what to do. In nowadays, most people's environments, it's very rare for someone to have a modulated immune system. A stimulated immune system of, oh, hey, look, go take some of this herb and it'll stimulate your immune system, is just taking what's already there and making it run faster. That'll work for a time, but if I say, hey, look, I want you to go out and run as fast as you can for 10 miles. You'll run 100, 200, 300 yards as fast as you can, but after that, you just, and dragging. You're not going to get there. And that's a stimulated immune system. A modulated immune system is, there's so many, it's like a relay race. They run as fast as they can, then they tag the next person and it runs as fast as it can, tags the next person, it runs as fast as it can. So, and it just floods the body with all these immune system, white blood cells and everything in different parts of it.
Wow. That's amazing. I want that. And I'm sure the people watching, they want that as well. Actually, we're going to pause a little bit because I want you all to check out the ebook that we have available. If you click the link in the post, you can actually go ahead and download a free ebook. It actually talks about what the immune system really does. And it even talks about a secret that the Native American medicine men, like Man Falstani, have actually been able to use to, what did you say it did? It boosts the immune system by 4,000%?
Yes, or even more. I mean, we've literally seen it underneath the microscope and in the labs and different things where, one person with the immune system that was sitting there doing nothing, I would give it to them, come back the next day, bam, and you could see it right underneath there. It's activating, it's killing all the viruses and killing everything. It's quite exciting, but yeah, we just say, the naturopathic doctor who just came up with that 4,000% quote, he really is the one who was doing a lot, but we've seen a lot more than just the 4,000% increase. And, the worse health-wise you are, the quicker and better response you get.
Wow. Well, 4,000% wakes me up. So check out the ebook. Go ahead and download that ebook. And on the thank you page, we'll actually continue this interview because I already know you're on social media right now. You don't want to see a really long interview. So go ahead and download that ebook. As soon as you download it, you'll actually be redirected to the rest of the interview. And we're actually going to talk more about what Man Falstani is talking about with this secret that was almost lost to us.
Yeah.
that can actually boost the immune system by 4,000% or more within how many hours of taking it?
20 hours.
Within 20 hours, less than a day. So go ahead and download that cheat sheet right now. There's a link in the post, and there's also a link below this video. So go ahead and download that right now. On the thank you page, we're going to continue this. So we'll see you